Side 1. Magazines, 1978. A descriptive listing of selected periodicals. National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped. Library of Congress, Washington, 1978. Handicapped individuals. There are two ways these magazines may be obtained. 1. Free through cooperating libraries for the blind and physically handicapped by direct circulation or on loan. Or 2. Require payment. For religious magazines, contact the source cited. Check with the sources for current subscription plea and supplies the following information: name of source, title and format of magazines of list of the beginning of each section is marked with a tone, which you'll pick up as a short, low hum at the normal playing speed, 33 to the 8 RPM play speed, and turn the machine on again. Refer to the table of contents, which follows. A brief reference to Smithsonian appears in the science as well as the history section. In both cases, though, the reader is referred to the arts, tone 1, for a complete description. In the full description, you'll find information on the title, frequency, format, scope or content, and lastly, the source. All Braille magazines are produced in Grade 2 Braille unless otherwise indicated. Disc magazines are at 1 7/8 IPS. Only Library of Congress cassette machines play both speeds. Contents. Side 1. The Arts, Tone 1. Black Perspective, Tone 2. Blind and Physically Handicapped, Tone 3. Business and Consumerism, Tone 4. Current Events, Tone 5. Deaf Blind, Tone 6. Foreign Language, Tone 7. General Interest, Tone 8. Health, Tone 9. History, Tone 10. Hobbies, Tone 11. Home, Farm, and Garden Management, Tone 12. Literature, Tone 13. Music, Tone 14. Nature, Tone 15. Older Adults, Tone 16. Professions, Tone 17. Religion, Tone 18. Side 2, Religion Continued. Science, Tone 19. Special Interests, Tone 20. Sports, Tone 21. Travel, Tone 22. Young Adults and Children, Tone 23. Subscription Sources, Tone 24. 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 Magazines. The Arts, Tone 1. Horizon, Monthly, Braille. A magazine of the arts and companion publication of American heritage. Features cultural and social activities nationwide. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. The Living Museum, bi-monthly, Braille. News of art, archaeology, and natural history from the Illinois State Museum. Free from Living Museum. Smithsonian, monthly. Cassette, open-reel tape. Wide variety of articles from such fields as science, art, archaeology, history, and ecology. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Black Perspective, Tone 2. Ebony, monthly, disc. Articles on food, dress, leisure, travel, and personalities with emphasis on the achievements of blacks. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Sounds of Black Heritage, bi-monthly, cassette. A chronicle of black history and development. Paid subscription from Sounds of Black Heritage. Blind and Physically Handicapped, Tone 3. AFB Washington Report, bi-monthly, Braille. News on federal legislation and the work of federal agencies affecting blind persons. Free from American Foundation for the Blind. Braille Book Review, bi-monthly, Braille, large type. Short descriptions of new books in the Library of Congress Braille collection. Braille edition includes talking book topics on flexible disc. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Braille Forum, monthly. Braille, cassette, disc, large type, open reel tape. News of the American Council of the Blind. Covers legislation, technical aids, and human interest. Free from American Council of the Blind. Braille Monitor, monthly. Braille, disc. Activities of the National Federation of the Blind with organizational reports on current issues. Paid subscription through National Federation of the Blind. BVA Bulletin, bi-monthly, disc. Newsletter of the Blinded Veterans Association with reports on legislation, employment, and related activities. Paid subscription from Blinded Veterans Association. California Transcriber, see Professions, Tone 17. Dialogue with the Blind, quarterly, Braille, disc. First-person features on coping with blindness, as well as a forum for blind poets and fiction writers. Includes special interest sections for men and women. On loan from cooperating libraries. Paid subscription from Dialogue Publications. Encore, bi-monthly, disc. Selections from Diabetes Forecast, Paraplegia News, and Disabled USA. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Feeling Sports, see Sports, Tone 21. The Independent, quarterly, cassette. How-to articles for handicapped individuals with national news of the independent living movement. Paid subscription from Center for Independent Living. Journal of Visual Impairment and Blindness. See Professions, Tone 17. New Beacon, monthly, Braille. Articles for and by blind individuals published by the Royal National Institute for the Blind in Great Britain. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Newsreel, 14 issues per year, cassette. News items from blind and handicapped members of the Newsreel Club. Helpful information on common experiences is exchanged. Paid subscription from Newsreel. Seeing Clearly, 3 issues per year, large type. Newsletter with information on large type publications and new equipment. Also features readers' contributions and puzzles. Free from National Association for Visually Handicapped. The Seeing Eye Guide, quarterly, Braille. Newsletter from the Seeing Eye Dog Training School. Includes features on people who utilize the program. Free from Seeing Eye. The Seer, quarterly, Braille. Features on people who have overcome their visual handicaps with reports on new technology and eye research. Free from Pennsylvania Association for the Blind. Talking Book Topics, bi-monthly, disc, large type. Descriptions of talking books recently added to the Library of Congress collection with features on developments and activities in library services for the blind and physically handicapped. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Business and Consumerism, Tone 4. Changing Times, monthly, disc. Brief general interest articles for consumers, homeowners, taxpayers, and parents. Advice on economizing and managing finances. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Consumer Reports, monthly, cassette, disc, open reel tape. In-depth articles that rate consumer products tested for quality, durability, and safety. Also contains general interest articles on such topics as health and money management. On disc by direct circulation through cooperating libraries. On cassette and open reel tape by paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Consumers Research, monthly, Braille. Consumer products are tested and rated as to quality, durability, and safety. Includes an abridged yearly buying guide. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Paid subscription from Volunteer Services for the Blind. Estate Planning Quarterly, cassette. Reviews and explains current legislative and judicial developments having an impact on estate planning. Paid subscription from CCH Autolex. Fortune, bi-weekly, Braille. Focuses on industrial and commercial enterprises worldwide. Highlights key people and trends. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Money, monthly, disc. explains how American families can make the most of their money, features consumer problems and family profiles, includes regular columns with news and advice on jobs, taxes, Social Security, investments, products, and services. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Tax Shelters Quarterly. Quarterly cassette. Reviews new regulations, directives, decisions, legislative developments, and reform proposals. Paid subscription from CCH Autolex. Tax Views bi-monthly cassette. Review and analysis of new and upcoming tax developments. Paid subscription from CCH Autolex. Current Events, Tone 5. Braille Courier, see General Interest, Tone 8. Correo del Sur, see Foreign Language, Tone 7. Foreign Affairs, Quarterly, cassette. Statesmen, diplomats, and scholars analyze issues and trends in international politics, law, and economics, on loan from cooperating libraries. Intelligence Digest, monthly, Braille. British Review of World Affairs. Paid subscription from Scottish Braille Press. National Review, bi-weekly, disc. Presents a conservative viewpoint on business, politics, economics, education, and other subjects, edited by William F. Buckley, Jr. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. New York Times Large Type Weekly. Weekly. Braille, disc, large type. Excerpts from the Sunday edition of the New York Times Week in Review. Braille and disc editions by direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Large type edition by paid subscription from New York Times. Newsweek, weekly, disc. National and international news and analysis with reports and features on current trends and personalities. From American Printing House for the Blind. Inquire for further information. UNESCO Braille Review. See Foreign Language, Tone 7. U.S. News and World Report, weekly, disc. News and commentary on world events. Abridged version edited by U.S. News and World Report. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Deaf Blind, Tone 6. Braille News Summary, weekly, Braille. Current events for deaf-blind readers, free from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Braille Rainbow, quarterly, Braille. News geared to the needs of the deaf-blind, free from National Deaf-Blind Helpers League. Deaf-Blind Weekly, weekly, Braille. World news of a religious nature taken from the National Catholic News Service, from Xavier Society for the Blind. Hotline to Deaf-Blind, bi-weekly, Braille. Current events and world news for the deaf-blind, free from American Brotherhood for the Blind. The Moon Rainbow, quarterly, Moon type. News especially geared to the needs of the deaf-blind, free from National Deaf-Blind Helpers League. Nat Sent News, quarterly, Braille, large type. Newsletter of the Helen Keller National Center for Deaf-Blind Youth and Adults, with profiles and research reports, free from American Printing House for the Blind. Our Mag, quarterly, Braille, large type, Moon type. Short articles geared to the needs of deaf-blind adults, from Torch Trust for the Blind. Foreign Language, Tone 7. Das Beste aus Reader's Digest, monthly, disc. The German language edition of Reader's Digest with first-person articles, profiles, opinion pieces, and other general interest articles. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Buen Hogar, bi-weekly, disc. Articles in Spanish on home management, beauty, fashions, and decorating. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Correo del Sur, monthly, Braille, grade 1. General interest articles in Spanish on a wide range of popular topics, free through Editora Nacional Braille. Esperanto Bulletin, biennial, Braille. Articles concerning Esperanto and international language, paid subscription from Esperanto Bulletin. Hola Chicos, bi-monthly, Braille. Stories and features in Spanish for children, free from Editora Nacional Braille. Luis Bio Argentina, monthly, Braille. general interest articles in Spanish with an emphasis on literature and culture, free from Editora Nacional Braille. Nosotras, bi-monthly, Braille, news and articles in Spanish with hints on child care, cooking, and household management, free from Editora Nacional Braille. Selecciones del Reader's Digest, monthly, disc, Spanish edition of Reader's Digest with true stories, profiles, opinion pieces, and other general interest articles. Direct circulation through your cooperating libraries. Tallenstudia, 10 issues per year, Braille. Features world affairs, general interest articles, fiction, and poetry, divided into English, French, and German sections. Paid subscription from Tallenstudia. UNESCO Braille Review, semi-annual, Braille. Published in English, French, and Spanish by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. Selected articles on art, health, ecology, and UNESCO projects. Free from UNESCO. General Interest, Tone 8. Das Beste aus Reader's Digest. See Foreign Language, Tone 7. Braille Courier, 10 issues per year, Braille. Selected general interest articles from print magazines. Focuses on Canada's people and her place in the world. From Canadian National Institute for the Blind. U.S. citizens inquire for price. Braille Digest, monthly, Braille. Articles and stories from a broad range of British periodicals. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Braille Mirror, monthly, Braille. Light general interest feature articles selected from a wide variety of print magazines and newspapers. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Free from Braille Institute of America. Braille Variety News, monthly, Braille. Selected reprints from such magazines as Photoplay and TV Mirror on celebrities and musical groups. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Choice Magazine Listening, bi-monthly, disc. An anthology of unabridged articles from print magazines such as The New Yorker, Harper's, The Atlantic Monthly, Esquire, and Saturday Review. Contains an occasional television rebroadcast. On loan from cooperating libraries. Free from Choice Magazine Listening. Hadley Focus, bi-monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selected general interest articles from a wide variety of print magazines. Free from Hadley School for the Blind. The Light of the Moon, monthly, Moon Type. Selections from leading British magazines. Free from Royal National Institute for the Blind, Moon Branch. Magazine of the Month, monthly, disc. Special Library of Congress program designed to provide a limited substitute for newsstand browsing. Readers are sent a different sample magazine each month. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Magazine of the Quarter, quarterly, Braille. Special Library of Congress program designed to provide a limited substitute for newsstand browsing. Readers are sent a different sample magazine each quarter. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Matilda Ziegler Magazine, monthly, Braille, disc. General interest articles reprinted from Time, Newsweek, Christian Science Monitor, New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal. Free from Matilda Ziegler Magazine. The Moon Magazine, monthly, Moon Type, selections from leading British magazines. Free from Royal National Institute for the Blind, Moon Branch. Newsweek, see Current Events, Tone 5. Playboy, monthly, Braille. Spotlights current fashions and controversies. Includes interviews with celebrities, short fiction, reviews, letters, and advice on grooming, etiquette, and sex. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Progress, monthly, Braille. Selections from British magazines with current events, consumer news, puzzles, competitions, and pen pals columns. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Reader's Digest, monthly, Braille, disc. Short articles, profiles, opinion pieces, political commentary, and other general interest topics. Some articles are condensed from other print magazines. Also contains anecdotes, humor, and a condensed book. In Braille from American Printing House for the Blind. Inquire for further information. Disc edition, on loan from cooperating libraries or by paid subscription from American Printing House for the Blind. Reader's Digest selections, monthly, large type. Short articles, profiles, opinion pieces, political commentary, and other general interest topics. Some articles are condensed from other print magazines. Also contains anecdotes, humor, and occasionally a condensed book. Paid subscription from Reader's Digest Association. Selecciones del Reader's Digest. See Foreign Language, Tone 7. Talent Studia. See Foreign Language, Tone 7. Timely Topics, monthly, cassette, open reel tape, selections from the science, medicine, education, behavior, and other related sections of Time. Paid subscription from Recorded Periodicals. Young adult magazines on Talking Book. Bi-monthly cassette. Special Magazine Club. Enrollees receive a different magazine every 2 months. Picks for 1978 were Us, Rolling Stone, Teen Magazine, Car and Driver, Analog, and Tiger Beat. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Health, Tone 9. Encore, see Blind and Physically Handicapped, Tone 3. Family Health, monthly, Braille. Formerly Today's Health, advice from experts on the latest medical discoveries. Contains articles on preventing illness through diet and exercise and information on maintaining emotional well-being. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Life and Health, monthly, Braille, 16 RPM disc. Emphasizes nutrition and healthful living from Christian Record Braille Foundation. Medical World News, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selections from a medical news magazine with reports on advances, trends, and research. Paid subscription from Recorded Periodicals. Prevention, monthly, cassette. Promotes good health through natural remedies. Features research reports on nutrition. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Timely Topics. See General Interest, Tone 8. History, Tone 10. American Heritage, bi-monthly, disc. Historical Journal presents scholarly material for a general audience. Gives particular attention to social, educational, and cultural trends in America's past. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Anthropology, Archaeology, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selections from Archaeology, Current Anthropology, and other related journals. Paid subscription from Recorded Periodicals. Historic Preservation, quarterly, disc. Published by the National Trust on Historic Preservation. Includes articles on the preservation and restoration of historic sites in the United States. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. The Living Museum, see the Arts, Tone 1. Smithsonian, see the Arts, Tone 1. True West, bi-monthly, disc. Non-fiction stories of the Old West by historical researchers and Western buffs. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Hobbies, Tone 11. Braille Chess Magazine, quarterly, Braille. Chess pointers with features on trends in chess and news of the top players and tournaments. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Castle, quarterly, Braille. Features on chess clubs for blind persons in the United States and information on correspondence chess. Paid subscription from U.S. Braille Chess Association. CB Magazine, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Technical articles and information about Citizens Band Radio. Paid subscription from Recorded Periodicals. En Passant, monthly, cassette. Compilation of articles and features from British and U.S. chess magazines. Paid subscription from En Passant. QST, monthly, cassette. Official publication of the American Radio Relay League. Contains project building ideas and news on all aspects of ham radio. On loan from cooperating libraries. Radio Digest, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selected articles on ham radio and electronics from QST, CQ, Ham Radio, Popular Electronics, and 73. Paid subscription from Recorded Periodicals. Home, Farm, and Garden Management, Tone 12. Better Homes and Gardens, monthly, Braille. Practical advice on home and money management with recipes, how-to-do-at-home plans, and decorating ideas. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Buen Hogar, see foreign language, tone 7. Diane, monthly, moon type. Articles and fiction primarily of interest to women. Free from Royal National Institute for the Blind, Moon Branch. Family Circle, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Articles on home management with recipes, needlework project directions, and decorating ideas. Paid subscription from Recorded Periodicals. Farm Journal, 11 issues per year. Disc. Advice to farm families on new technology and methods, farm and home management. Includes economic forecasts and reports. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Good Housekeeping, monthly, disc. Articles on family and home management with features on food and decorating. Lists consumer products that have been recommended by the Good Housekeeping Institute. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Home Help, weekly, Braille. British Women's Magazine with fiction, fashion tips, recipes, and crochet and knitting patterns. Paid subscription from Scottish Braille Press. Horticulture, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Articles on gardening, plant care, and pest control, published by the Massachusetts Horticultural Society. Paid subscription from Recorded Periodicals. La Leche League News, bi-monthly, cassette. Articles on child care with an emphasis on breastfeeding. Free from La Leche League. Ladies' Home Journal, monthly, Braille. Articles and fiction intended for women. Includes household hints, recipes, and ideas on fashion and beauty. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Madam, monthly, Braille. British Women's Magazine with serialized fiction, poetry, consumer articles, recipes, beauty and fashion hints, and knitting patterns. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Paid subscription from Scottish Braille Press. Nosotros, see foreign language, tone 7. Our Special, monthly, Braille. Articles edited especially for blind women, with reprints from leading magazines, recipes, crochet and knitting patterns, and hobby ideas. Free to individuals by paid subscription for schools and agencies from National Braille Press. Popular Mechanics, monthly, Braille. Practical advice for the handyman. Information on automotive and home repairs with features on new equipment. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Literature, tone 13. Atlantic Monthly, monthly, disc. Articles on sociology, economics, and current issues by best-selling novelists and poets. Contributors have been Joyce Carol Oates, Saul Bellow, James Dickey, and Mary McCarthy. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Black Box, quarterly, cassette. Features poets reading their work, often with musical accompaniment. Includes translations and interviews with poets. Paid subscription from Black Box. Choice Magazine Listening, see General Interest, tone 8. Dialogue with the Blind, see Blind and Physically Handicapped, tone 3. Hampstead Magazine, monthly, Braille. Experimental short stories with differing forms and themes. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Paid subscription from Royal London Society for the Blind. Harper's, monthly, disc. General Culture magazine with articles by well-known writers on politics, international affairs, education, and science. Also includes short stories, satire, and poetry. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Portland Magazine, monthly, Braille. Articles covering literature and the arts, sociology, science, politics, economics, law, and philosophy. Also features short stories and poetry. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. The Writer, see Professions, tone 17. Music, tone 14. Braille Musical Magazine, monthly, Braille. Articles predominantly from British periodicals for both professional and amateur musicians. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Contemporary Soundtrack, bi-monthly, cassette. Selected reviews of pop, jazz, rock, and country music. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Music Article Guide, quarterly, Braille. Subject index of U.S. music articles for music educators and professional musicians. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Cassettes of articles are available on loan through the music section, National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, Library of Congress. Music Journal, 10 issues per year, disc. classically oriented features for professional and amateur musicians. Also contains book and record reviews. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. The Musical Mainstream, bi-monthly, Braille, cassette, large type. Selected reprints from national music and news periodicals, original articles, and announcements. Listings of materials added to the Library of Congress music collection for blind or physically handicapped readers. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Overtones, bi-monthly, Braille. Articles from print magazines for musicians, teachers, and students. Classically oriented with an emphasis on opera. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Popular music lead sheets, irregular, Braille. Chords, melodies, and words to popular songs, old and new, written in lead sheet style. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Stereo Review, monthly, disc. Articles on sound equipment as examined in laboratory tests with album reviews and features on pop music personalities. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Tape Record, monthly, Braille. Tape and high-fidelity news with details of selected current record releases. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Trend, see Young Adults and Children, Tone 23. Nature, Tone 15. Argosy, see Young Adults and Children, Tone 23. National Geographic, see Science, Tone 19. Natural History, see Science, Tone 19. Nature and Ecology, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selections from International Wildlife, American Forests, Nature Study, National Wildlife, and Natural History. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Oceanography, see Science, Tone 19. Outdoor Life, monthly, disc. Features on hunting, fishing, and camping. Also contains reports on outdoor equipment and techniques. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Older Adults, Tone 16. Retirement Living, monthly, disc. News of special interest to older adults. Advice on money management, diet, and health, with features on legislation and Social Security. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Professions, Tone 17. American Psychologist, monthly, cassette. Journal of the American Psychological Association. Paid subscription from recorded psychological journals. APA Monitor, monthly, cassette. Newsletter of the American Psychological Association with reports on current professional issues. Paid subscription from recorded psychological journals. Blind Data Processor, bi-monthly, Braille. Selected technical articles from computer journals with general interest features on the use of technology to aid the handicapped. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Braille Journal of Physiotherapy, monthly, Braille. Articles from Physiotherapy, the Journal of the Chartered Society of Physiotherapists. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. The Braille Piano Technician, bi-monthly, Braille. Technical articles on piano tuning and piano repair for professionals. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Paid subscription from piano technicians. Broadcasting, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. News of television and radio broadcasters, markets, ratings, and trends. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. California Transcriber, quarterly, Braille, open reel tape. Official publication of the California Transcribers and Educators of the Visually Handicapped with group news and production techniques. On loan or by paid subscription from CTEVH. Datamation Plus, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selections from Datamation, Computer World, and other computer journals. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Education of the Visually Handicapped, quarterly, Braille. For professionals in special education with articles on methods and techniques for working with the visually handicapped and the deaf-blind. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Paid subscription from Association for the Education of the Visually Handicapped. Journal of Rehabilitation, bi-monthly, Braille. The official publication of the National Rehabilitation Association includes news on planning, facilities, budgeting, and evaluation. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Journal of Visual Impairment and Blindness, 10 issues per year, Braille disc. An interdisciplinary journal for professional practitioners and researchers who work with blind and visually impaired individuals. Paid subscription from American Foundation for the Blind. NBA Bulletin, quarterly Braille cassette. News of volunteer service for visually impaired persons with transcribing aids and ideas. Paid subscription from National Braille Association. The Personnel and Guidance Journal, monthly, October through May, cassette. Official journal of the American Personnel and Guidance Association. Each issue highlights a special topic, includes letters, opinion, poetry, book reviews, notes on counseling, and discussion of current research. On loan from cooperating libraries. Physiotherapists Quarterly, quarterly Braille. Articles from professional journals on current medical and surgical topics of interest to blind physiotherapists. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Piano Tuners Quarterly, quarterly Braille. Trade news, technical information, and correspondence from professional piano tuners. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Professional Psychology, quarterly cassette. Articles of interest to professional psychologists. Paid subscription from recorded psychological journals. Professional Readings in Psychology, monthly cassette, open reel tape. Selected articles from American Psychologist, APA Monitor, Behavior Today, Psychological Bulletin, and other technical periodicals. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Psychology of Women, quarterly cassette. Research articles dealing with the behavior of women. Paid subscription from recorded psychological journals. Psychotherapy, Theory of Research and Practice, quarterly cassette. Of interest to professionals who practice psychotherapy. Paid subscription from recorded psychological journals. SIGCAPH newsletter, quarterly Braille. News on developments in computer machinery for use by physically handicapped persons. Paid subscription from Special Interest Group on Computers and the Physically Handicapped. Social Work, bi-monthly cassette. Journal of the National Association of Social Workers. Critical analyses of established practices, new research and techniques, current social problems, and professional issues. On loan from cooperating libraries. The Teacher of the Blind, quarterly Braille. The official publication of the College of Teachers of the Blind in Liverpool. Includes organizational news, studies, and reports of interest to educators. Paid subscription from Royal School for the Blind. The Writer, monthly cassette. New and established writers discuss their craft and work experiences. Regular columns feature trade news, contest information, and names and addresses of manuscript buyers. On loan from cooperating libraries. Religion, Tone 18. Publications in this category are available either free, by voluntary contributions, or by paid subscription. Contact the sources listed for further information. Religious periodicals for children are listed under Young Adults and Children, Tone 23. Adult Student, quarterly Braille cassette. Sunday School lessons, from General Council of the Assemblies of God. Adult Teacher, quarterly cassette. Sunday School lessons, from General Council of the Assemblies of God. America, weekly cassette, published by the Jesuit Fathers with a variety of articles on current events, from Xavier Society for the Blind. Bible Course, monthly, Braille. Bible lessons entitled The Fundamentals of the Christian Faith, The Life of Christ, and the Life of St. Paul, from Lutheran Braille Workers. Braille Baptist, monthly, Braille, grades 1.5 and 2. Includes Sunday School lessons, training material from Baptist adults, daily Bible readings, and missionary news. From Sunday School Board, Southern Baptist Convention. Braille Star Theosophist, bi-monthly Braille. Lessons in Theosophy from Theosophical Book Association. Catalyst, monthly cassette. A resource for Christian leaders with selections by experts in preaching, teaching, and counseling. From Word. Catholic Digest, monthly cassette, open reel tape. General interest and religious articles, many condensed from Catholic periodicals, from Xavier Society for the Blind. Catholic Review, monthly, Braille, large type. Articles from Catholic periodicals, from Xavier Society for the Blind. Catholic Review, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Articles from Catholic periodicals, expanded from Braille and large type editions, from Xavier Society for the Blind. Channels of Blessing, bi-monthly, Braille, an Evangelical Digest, from Royal National Institute for the Blind. The Christian Life, monthly, Braille, religious articles and light fiction for adults, from Lutheran Library for the Blind. Christian Magnifier, monthly, large type. Devotions, from Lutheran Braille Evangelism Association. Christian Record, monthly, Braille. Devotional and inspirational articles, from Christian Record Braille Foundation. Christian Record Talking Magazine, bi-monthly, disc. Articles and interviews on religious subjects and places of interest, from Christian Record Braille Foundation. Christian Science Quarterly Bible Lessons, monthly, Braille, also available quarterly on disc. Guide to Bible Study, selections from the King James Version and Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures, in Braille from Christian Science Publishing Society, on disc from Talking Books Publishing Company. Christian Talking Magazine, quarterly, disc, contains sermons and musical selections, from Christian Mission for the Sightless. Daily Bread, monthly, Braille. Daily commentary on passages from the Old and New Testaments selected by the Scripture Union, from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Daily Word, monthly, Braille, large type. Daily devotional readings with articles on physical and spiritual health, human relations, and everyday living, from Unity School of Christianity. Deaf Blind Weekly, see Deaf Blind, Tone 6. Decision, monthly, Braille. Features evangelist Billy Graham and testimonies by converts to Christianity, from Christian Fellowship for the Blind. Devotions, monthly, Braille, grades 1.5 and 2. A series of devotions such as Psalms for Today and Parables for Today, from Lutheran Braille Workers. Discovery, see Young Adults and Children, Tone 23. Encounter, monthly, disc. Study of Bible topics and prophecies for adults and young adults, from Christian Record Braille Foundation. Evangel Voice, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Devotional, inspirational, and informative readings related to Bible study and Christian life, from Christian Education for the Blind. Focus, monthly, cassette. Evangelical Christian leaders present topics of interest to the Christian ministry, from Word. Forward Day by Day, quarterly, Braille, large type. Daily devotions, from Forward Movement Publications. Good News, monthly, Braille, large type. Religious articles and light fiction, especially for convalescents and shut-ins, from Lutheran Library for the Blind. Gospel Messenger, monthly, Braille. Religious articles stressing evangelism with hymns, poems, and Bible study, from Gospel Association for the Blind. Guideposts, monthly, Braille, disc, large type. Interfaith inspirational articles of human interest, from Guideposts Associates. Herald of Christian Science, quarterly, Braille. Easy-to-read inspirational articles and testimonies, from Christian Science Publishing Society. High Teen Student, quarterly, Braille. Sunday School lessons, from General Council of the Assemblies of God. High Teen Teacher, quarterly, cassette, Sunday School lessons, from General Council of the Assemblies of God. Holiness Evangel, bi-monthly, Braille, religious articles, from Nazarene Publishing House. Interaction, quarterly, Braille. Religious articles and light fiction for adults, from Lutheran Library for the Blind. JBI Voice, irregular, disc. Articles on Jewish and non-Jewish culture, current events, and literature, written on a scholarly level, from Jewish Braille Institute. Jewish Braille Review, 10 issues per year, Braille. Articles on Jewish and non-Jewish culture and literature, written on a scholarly level, from Jewish Braille Institute. John Milton Magazine, monthly, Braille, large type. Digest of Protestant magazines emphasizing news of churches, from John Milton Society for the Blind. John Milton Sunday School lessons, quarterly, Braille, disc. Uniform International Sunday School lessons with study material for adult students and teachers, from John Milton Society for the Blind. John Milton Talking Book Magazine, bi-monthly, disc. Religious articles, interviews, and a sermon, from John Milton Society for the Blind. Junior Teacher, quarterly, cassette. Sunday School lessons, from General Council of the Assemblies of God. Lending Library, monthly, disc. Contains religious articles, sermons, and music. From Christian Mission for the Sightless. Ligurian, monthly, cassette. Published by the Redemptorist Fathers with articles of interest to Catholics. From Xavier Society for the Blind. Link, quarterly, Braille. International news especially geared to those whose second language is English. From Torch Trust for the Blind. Lutheran Hour Sermons, weekly, Braille, grades 1.5 and 2, large type. The text of weekly sermons which have been broadcast. From Lutheran Braille Workers. Lutheran Magazine, 20 issues per year, cassette. Variety of articles about church activities around the world. From Atonement Lutheran Church. Lutheran Messenger for the Blind, monthly, Braille. Christian literature. From Lutheran Library for the Blind. The Lutheran Standard, bi-monthly, cassette. Official denominational publication of the American Lutheran Church. From Ephrata Services. Lutheran Witness, 18 issues per year, Braille, large type. News of the Lutheran Church. From Lutheran Library for the Blind. Lutheran Women's Missionary League Quarterly. Quarterly, Braille. Organizational news of the Missionary League. From Lutheran Library for the Blind. The Moon Messenger, monthly, moon type. Scripture readings, Bible stories, and a correspondence column. From Royal National Institute for the Blind, cassette. News of interest to Catholics. From Xavier Society for the Blind. Pentecostal Digest, monthly, Braille. Selections from Pentecostal Evangel, the official voice of the General Council of the Assemblies of God. From General Council of the Assemblies of God. Portals of Prayer, bi-monthly, Braille, large type. Daily devotions. From Lutheran Library for the Blind. Power for Living, monthly, Braille. Inspirational experiences in Christian living. From Christian Fellowship for the Blind. Review and Herald, quarterly, Braille. Devotional articles. From Christian Record Braille Foundation. Scope, monthly, Braille, cassette. Bible study materials and articles of interest to women of the American Lutheran Church. From Ephrata Services. The Secret Place, quarterly, Braille. Devotions for daily worship. From American Baptist Churches of the USA. Signs, monthly, cassette. Published by the Passionist Fathers with articles on third world problems and features of interest to Catholics. From Xavier Society for the Blind. Spiritual Light, quarterly, large type. Bible study and reports on missionary work. From Christian Mission for the Sightless. The Student, monthly, Braille, disc. Bible topics for daily study. From Christian Record Braille Foundation. Sunday School Lessons, monthly or quarterly, Braille, grades 1 and 1.5. Weekly Sunday School lessons from Lutheran Braille Workers. Teen Student, see Young Adults and Children, Tone 23. Theological Times, quarterly, Braille. Articles and reviews from theological periodicals representing many aspects of religious affiliation. From Royal National Institute for the Blind. The Torch, bi-monthly, Braille, large type, moon type. Contains information on new publications, staff profiles, and Bible study for all ages. From Torch Trust for the Blind. Torch Family News, quarterly, Braille. Newsletter with meeting schedules and fellowship group news. From Torch Trust for the Blind. Torch Times, quarterly, Braille. Articles of topical and devotional interest. From Torch Trust for the Blind. Tract Messenger, monthly, Braille. Devotions. From Lutheran Braille Evangelism Association. End of Side 1. Side 2. Magazines, 1978. Contents: Religion Continued. Science, Tone 19. Special Interests, Tone 20. Sports, Tone 21. Travel, Tone 22. Young Adults and Children, Tone 23. Subscription Sources, Tone 24. Continuing with Religion. Unity Magazine, monthly, Braille, cassette. Stories and lessons regarding the practical application of Christian principles. On cassette from Unity School of Christianity. In Braille from Clovernook Printing House for the Blind. The Upper Room, bi-monthly, Braille, cassette, large type. Daily devotions which are interdenominational, international, and interracial in concept. Contains meditation, suggested scripture reference, and a thought for each day. From Board of Missions, United Methodist Church. Word for Word for the blind. Youth Braille Baptist, monthly, Braille. Sunday School Lessons, Youth-Oriented Articles, 19. Anthropology, Archaeology, see History, Tone 10. Braille Science Journal, monthly, from Scottish Braille Press. General Science Monthly, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selections from Man and Molecules, bi-weekly, cassette. Radio broadcasts on diverse scientific and medical disc. Articles on world geography and cultures. Includes features on expeditions, plant and animal life issues per year, disc. The official journal of the American Museum of Natural History. Contains popularly written features on subjects such as anthropology, animal life, and astronomy. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Oceanography, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selections from Sea Frontiers, Sea Secrets, and Oceans. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Popular Mechanics, see Home, Farm, and Garden Management, Tone 12. Popular Science, Popular Mechanics, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selections from 2 magazines describing new products, techniques, and scientific and technological developments. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. QST, see Hobbies, Tone 11. Radio Digest, see Hobbies, Tone 11. Science News, weekly, cassette, open reel tape. Short reports on current progress in science, medicine, and technology, written in a popular style. Useful for junior high and high school students. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Science Recorded, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Selected articles from Physics Today, Transactions of the IEEE, Science, and American Journal of Physics. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Scientific American, monthly, cassette, open reel tape. Scholarly articles on a broad range of subjects in science and technology. Paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Smithsonian, see the Arts, Tone 1. Timely Topics, see General Interest, Tone 8. Special Interests, Tone 20. Ellery Queen's Mystery Magazine, monthly, disc. Contains 12 to 15 mystery stories by top writers in the field and by new, previously unpublished writers. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Galaxy, monthly, Braille, disc. Short stories, novelettes, serials, and features with science fiction themes. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Psychology Today, monthly, Braille, cassette, open reel tape. Popularly written scientific articles on all aspects of psychology. Usually features an interview with a contemporary psychologist. In Braille by direct circulation through cooperating libraries. On cassette and open reel tape by paid subscription from recorded periodicals. Sports, Tone 21. Feeling Sports, monthly, Braille, cassette. Geared especially to the blind sports enthusiast, with reports on competitive sports and participatory experiences in such activities as bowling, golf, wrestling, track and field, swimming, beat ball, and skiing. Paid subscription from Braille Sports Foundation. Sports Illustrated, weekly, disc. Covers sports worldwide with an emphasis on the major American spectator sports. Articles feature sports personalities, sports events, and outdoor activities. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Travel, Tone 22. National Geographic, See Science, Tone 19. Travel Holiday, monthly disc. Nicknamed the magazine that roams the globe. Articles on exotic vacation sites with tips on food and photography. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Young Adults and Children, Tone 23. American Girl, monthly, Braille. Published by the Girl Scouts. Includes features on beauty, fashions, careers, and hobbies for young women. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. American Red Cross Youth News. Selections, 7 issues per year. Braille, also available once a year on disc. Chapter news on youth volunteer programs and community projects. Legacy, monthly, disc. Articles on sports, cars, and the outdoors, of special interest to young men. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Boy's Life, monthly, Braille. Published by the Boy Scouts of America. Articles on the outdoors, sports, and hobbies, with adventure fiction and jokes for young men, ages 9 through 16. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. The Braille Pilot, quarterly, Braille. Religious stories and poems for ages 7 through 14. From Gospel Association for the Blind. Children's Digest, 10 issues per year, Braille. Published by Parents Magazine for boys and girls to age 12. Classic works by Kipling, Stevenson, and others are reprinted, along with articles on science, nature, and history. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Children's Foundation. Current Events, weekly, September through May. Braille, National School Newspaper for weekly, September through May. Braille, National School Newspaper for grades 7 through 9 with the emphasis on science. Stories, puzzles, and personal devotions for ages 8 through 18. From John Milton Society for the Blind. And the Scratch and Sniff section. Free from Braille Institute of America. Flash, bi-monthly, Braille, large type. Bible topics, notices, and items of special interest to young teenagers. From Torch Trust for the Blind. Happy Times, monthly, Braille. Religious articles and stories for ages 7 through 12. From Lutheran Library for the Blind. Hola Chicos, see Foreign Language, Tone 7. In Focus, 3 issues per year, large type. Newsletter for ages 8 through 15 with stories, poems, puzzles, and artwork contributed by readers. Free from National Association for Visually Handicapped. Jack and Jill, 10 issues per year, Braille, disc. Variety of stories, puzzles, plays, jokes, contests, projects, and features for ages 5 through 12. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Junior Pupil, monthly, Braille. Sunday school lessons for ages 6 through 11. From General Council of the Assemblies of God. Juvenile Braille Monthly. Monthly, Braille. Articles and features on popular stars and sports figures for ages 10 through 18. Sponsored by the Lions Club. Free from Clovernook Printing House for the Blind. Know Your World Extra. Weekly, September through May, Braille. High-interest, easy-to-read articles for young people, ages 10 through 16, with serious reading difficulties. Paid subscription from American Printing House for the Blind. My Devotions, monthly, Braille. Daily devotions for ages 8 through 13, from Lutheran Library for the Blind. My Pleasure, monthly, Braille. Religious articles and stories for teenagers, from Lutheran Library for the Blind. My Weekly Reader, weekly, September through May, Braille. Current events for elementary grades, separate issues for each grade, 2nd through 6th. Paid subscription from American Printing House for the Blind. Primary Bible Lessons, monthly, Braille, grade 1.5. Bible study for ages 6 through 10, from Lutheran Braille Workers. Primary Pupil, monthly, Braille, Bible lessons for ages 6 through 11, from General Council of the Assemblies of God. Ranger Rick's Nature Magazine, monthly, disc. Published by the National Wildlife Federation. Contains fiction stories about animals and nature activities for young people. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Roundabout, quarterly, Braille. Stories and features for ages 8 through 12. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. School Magazine, monthly, Braille. Articles for boys and girls to age 16 with serials and competitions. Paid subscription from Royal National Institute for the Blind. Science News. See Science, Tone 19. Searchlight. Quarterly, Braille. Special articles to help older teenagers deal with modern problems. From Torch Trust for the Blind. 17. Monthly, Braille. For fashion-oriented young women, ages 13 through 19. Hints on beauty, diet, and current mores, with articles on careers, education, and family relations. Direct circulation through cooperating libraries. Spark, monthly, Braille, large type. Religious stories and study for ages 7 through 11. From Torch Trust for the Blind. Teen Student, quarterly, Braille. Sunday school lessons. From General Council of the Assemblies of God. Teen Time, 8 issues per year, Braille. Religious stories for teenagers. From Lutheran Library for the Blind. Trend, weekly, Braille. Features on film and popular music stars with current record charts and general interest articles for young people. Paid subscription from Scottish Braille Press. Young adult magazines on Talking Book. See General Interest, Tone 8. Young and Alive, monthly, Braille, large type. Adventure stories, humor, and devotions for young people. From Christian Record Braille Foundation. Youth Braille Baptist. See Religion, Tone 18. Subscription sources. Tone 24. American Baptist Churches of the USA. The Secret Place, Braille. American Baptist Churches of the USA. Customer Service Department, Board of Educational Ministries, Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, 19481. American Brotherhood for the Blind. Hotline to Deaf-Blind, Braille. American Brotherhood for the Blind, Twin Vision Publishing Division, 18440 Oxnard Street, Tarzana, California, 91356. American Chemical Society. Man and Molecules, cassette. American Chemical Society, 1155 16th Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20036. American Council of the Blind, Braille Forum, Braille, cassette, disc, large type, open reel. American Council of the Blind, care of Floyd Qualls, 106 Northeast 2nd Street, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 73104. American Foundation for the Blind, AFB Washington Report, Braille, Journal of Visual Impairment and Blindness, Braille, disc. American Foundation for the Blind, 15 West 16th Street, New York, New York, 10011. American National Red Cross, American Red Cross Youth News, Selections, Braille, disc. American National Red Cross, National Headquarters, Washington, D.C., 20006. American Printing House for the Blind. Current Events, Braille. Current Science, Braille. Know Your World, Braille. My Weekly Reader, Braille. Nat Cent News, Braille, large type. Newsweek, disc. Reader's Digest, Braille, disc. American Printing House for the Blind, 1839 Frankfort Avenue, Louisville, Kentucky, 40206. Association for the Education of the Visually Handicapped. Education of the Visually Handicapped, Braille. Association for the Education of the Visually Handicapped, 919 Walnut Street, 4th floor, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19107. Atonement Lutheran Church, Lutheran Magazine, cassette. Atonement Lutheran Church, Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, 19610. Wyomissing is spelled W-Y-O-M-I-S-S-I-N-G. Black Box cassette. Black Box, Post Office Box 4174, Washington, D.C., 20015. Blinded Veterans Association, BVA Bulletin Disc. Blinded Veterans Association, 1735 DeSales Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20036. Board of Missions, United Methodist Church, The Upper Room, Braille, cassette, large type. Board of Missions, United Methodist Church, 1908 Grand Avenue, Nashville, Tennessee, 37203. Braille Institute of America, Braille Mirror, Braille, Expectations, Braille. Braille Institute of America, 741 North Vermont Avenue, Los Angeles, California, 90029. Braille Sports Foundation, Feeling Sports, Braille, cassette. Braille Sports Foundation, 730 Hennepin Avenue, spelled Hennepin Avenue, Suite 301, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 55402. Canadian National Institute for the Blind, Braille Courier, Braille. Canadian National Institute for the Blind, Library and Publishing Department, 1929 Bayview Avenue, Toronto, Ontario, M4G 3E8, Canada. Catholic Guild for the Blind, word for word, cassette, large type. Catholic Guild for the Blind, services for the visually handicapped. 180 North Michigan Avenue, room 1720, Chicago, Illinois, 60601. CCH Autolex, Estate Planning Quarterly cassette, Tax Shelters Quarterly cassette, Tax Views cassette. CCH Autolex, AUDILEX, 4025 West Peterson Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60646. Center for Independent Living, The Independent, cassette. Center for Independent Living, 2539 Telegraph Avenue, Berkeley, California, 94704. Choice Magazine Listening, Choice Magazine Listening Disc. Choice Magazine Listening, 14 Maple Street, Port Washington, New York, 11050. Christian Education for the Blind, Evangel Voice, cassette, open reel. Christian Education for the Blind, Post Office Box 6399, Fort Worth, Texas 76115. Christian Fellowship for the Blind, Decision Braille, Power for Living Braille. Christian Fellowship for the Blind, Post Office Box 26, South Pasadena, California 91030. Christian Mission for the Sightless, Christian Talking Magazine, disc, Lending Library, disc, Spiritual Light, large type. Christian Mission for the Sightless, care of Floyd Rhodes, Jr., New Ross, Indiana 47968. Christian Record Braille Foundation, Children's Friend Braille, Christian Record Braille, Christian Record Talking Magazine, disc, Encounter, disc, Life and Health Braille, disc, Review and Herald Braille, The Student Braille, disc, Young and Alive Braille, large type. Christian Record Braille Foundation, 4444 South 52nd Street, Lincoln, Nebraska 68506. Christian Science Publishing Society, Christian Science Quarterly, Bible Lessons, Braille, Herald of Christian Science, Braille. Christian Science Publishing Society, 1 Norway Street, Boston, Massachusetts, 02115. Clovernook Printing House for the Blind, Juvenile Braille Monthly, Braille, Unity Magazine, Braille. Clovernook Printing House for the Blind, 7000 Hamilton Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio 45231. CTEVH, California Transcriber, Braille, Open Reel. CTEVH, 741 North Vermont Avenue, Los Angeles, California 90029. Dialogue Publications, Dialogue with the Blind, Braille, disc. Dialogue Publications, 3100 South Oak Park Avenue, Berwyn, Illinois, spelled B-E-R-W-Y-N, Illinois 60402. Editora Nacional Braille, Correo del Sur Braille, Hola Chicos Braille, Luis Braille Argentina Braille, Nosotras Braille. Editora Nacional Braille, Hipólito Yrigoyen, 2850 1207, Buenos Aires, Argentina. En Passant cassette. En Passant, care of Dr. John Graham, 109 Kelvington Drive, Monroeville, Pennsylvania 15146. EFATA Services, Lutheran Standard cassette, Scope Braille cassette. EFATA Services, spelled E-P-H-P-H-A-T-H-A, Services, Box 713, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, 57101. Esperanto Bulletin, Esperanto Bulletin, Braille. Esperanto Bulletin, care of Mrs. Eunice Hughes, 10 Bramshaw Road, Canterbury, Kent, CT2 7HR, England. Forward Movement Publications. Forward Day by Day, Braille, large type. Forward Movement Publications, 412 Sycamore Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45202. General Council of the Assemblies of God. Adult Student, Braille, cassette. Adult Teacher, cassette. High Teen Student, Braille. High Teen Teacher, cassette. Junior Pupil, Braille. Junior Teacher, cassette. Pentecostal Digest, Braille. Primary Pupil, Braille. Teen Student, Braille. General Council of the Assemblies of God. 1445 Boonville Avenue, Springfield, Missouri, 65802. Gospel Association for the Blind. The Braille Pilot, Braille. Gospel Messenger, Braille. Gospel Association for the Blind, 15 to 16 College Point Boulevard, College Point, New York, 11356. Guideposts Associates. Guideposts, Braille, disc, large type. Guideposts Associates, Carmel, New York, 10512. Hadley School for the Blind. Hadley Focus, cassette, open reel. Hadley School for the Blind, 700 Elm Street, Winnetka, Illinois, 60093. Jewish Braille Institute of America. JBI Voice, disc. Jewish Braille Review, Braille. Jewish Braille Institute of America, 110 East 30th Street, New York, New York, 10016. John Milton Society for the Blind, Discovery, Braille. John Milton Magazine, Braille, large type. John Milton Sunday School Lessons, Braille, disc. John Milton Talking Book Magazine, disc. John Milton Society for the Blind, 29 West 34th Street, 6th floor, New York, New York, 10001. La Leche League. La Leche League News, cassette. La Leche League, 9616 Minneapolis Avenue, Franklin Park, Illinois, 60131. Living Museum. The Living Museum, Braille. Living Museum, Museum Director, Illinois State Museum, Springfield, Illinois, 62706. Lutheran Braille Evangelism Association, Christian Magnifier, large type, Tract Messenger, Braille. Lutheran Braille Evangelism Association, 660 East Montana Avenue, St. Paul, Minnesota, 55106. Lutheran Braille Workers, Bible Course Braille, Devotions Braille, Lutheran Hour Sermons Braille, large type, Primary Bible Lessons Braille, Sunday School Lessons Braille. Lutheran Braille Workers, 11735 Peachtree Circle, Yucaipa, spelled Yucaipa, California, 92399. Lutheran Library for the Blind, The Christian Life Braille, Good News Braille, large type, Happy Times Braille, Interaction Braille, Lutheran Messenger for the Blind Braille, Lutheran Witness Braille, large type, Lutheran Women's Missionary League Quarterly Braille, My Devotions Braille, My Pleasure Braille, Portals of Prayer Braille, large type, Teen Time Braille. Lutheran Library for the Blind, 3558 South Jefferson Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63102. Matilda Ziegler Magazine, Matilda Ziegler Magazine, Braille, disc. Matilda Ziegler Magazine, 20 West 17th Street, New York, New York, 10011. National Association for Visually Handicapped, In Focus, large type, Seeing Clearly, large type. National Association for Visually Handicapped, 305 East 24th Street, New York, New York, 10010. National Braille Association, NBA Bulletin, Braille Cassette. National Braille Association, 654A, Godwin Avenue, Midland Park, New Jersey, 07432. National Braille Press, Our Special Braille. National Braille Press, 88 St. Stephen Street, Boston, Massachusetts, 02115. National Deaf-Blind Helpers League, Braille Rainbow, Braille, Moon Rainbow, Moon type. National Deaf-Blind Helpers League, General Office, 18 Rainbow Court, Paston Writings, Peterborough, Cambridgeshire, PE4 6UP, England. National Federation of the Blind, Braille Monitor, Braille Disc. National Federation of the Blind, Randolph Hotel Building, Des Moines, Iowa, 50309. Nazarene Publishing House, Holiness Evangel, Braille. Nazarene Publishing House, 2923 Troost Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri, 64141. New York Times, New York Times, large type weekly, large type. New York Times, 220 West 43rd Street, New York, New York, 10036. Newsreel, newsreel cassette. Newsreel, care of Stanley Duran, 176 Braille Avenue, spelled B-R-E-H-L, Columbus, Ohio, 43223. Pennsylvania Association for the Blind, The Seer, Braille. Pennsylvania Association for the Blind, 2843 North Front Street, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 17110. Piano Technicians, Braille Piano Technician, Braille. Piano Technicians, care of Everett Oddie, O-D-D-I-E, 62 Oaks Street, Batavia, New York, 14020. Reader's Digest Association, Reader's Digest Selections, large type. Reader's Digest Association, Pleasantville, New York, 10570. Attention, large print department. Recorded periodicals, all on cassette and open reel tape. Anthropology, Archaeology, Broadcasting, CB Magazine, Consumer Reports, Datamation Plus, Family Circle, General Science Monthly, Horticulture, Medical World News, Nature and Ecology, Oceanography, Popular Science, Popular Mechanics, Professional Readings in Psychology, Psychology Today, Radio Digest, Science News, Science Recorded, Scientific American, Smithsonian, Timely Topics, Recorded Periodicals, Volunteer Services for the Blind, 919 Walnut Street, 8th floor, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19107. Recorded Psychological Journals, all on cassette. American Psychologist, APA Monitor, Professional Psychology, Psychology of Women, Psychotherapy, Theory of Research and Practice. Recorded Psychological Journals, 219 North Indian Hill Boulevard, Suite 102, Claremont, California, 91711. Royal London Society for the Blind, Hampstead Magazine, Braille. Royal London Society for the Blind, 105-9, Salisbury Road, Brondesbury, London, NW6, 6RH, England. Royal National Institute for the Blind, all Braille magazines, Braille Chess Magazine, Braille Digest, Braille Journal of Physiotherapy, Braille Musical Magazine, Braille News Summary, Channels of Blessing, Daily Bread, New Beacon, Piano Tuners Quarterly, Physiotherapists Quarterly, Portland Magazine, Progress, Roundabout, School Magazine, Tape Record, Theological Times, Royal National Institute for the Blind, 224 Great Portland Street, London, W1N 6AA, England. Royal National Institute for the Blind, Moon Branch. Magazines in moon type. Diane, The Light of the Moon, The Moon Magazine, The Moon Messenger. Royal National Institute for the Blind, Moon Branch. Holmesdale Road, Reigate, spelled R-E-I-G-A-T-E, Surrey, RH2OBA, England. Royal School for the Blind, The Teacher of the Blind, Braille. Royal School for the Blind, Mr. B. Heckley, H-E-C-H-L-E, Church Road North, Wavertree, Liverpool, L-I-5, 6-T-Q, England. Scottish Braille Press, Braille Magazines, Braille Science Journal, Home Help, Intelligence Digest, Madam, Trend. Scottish Braille Press, Craigmiller Park, Edinburgh, EH165NB, Scotland. Seeing Eye, The Seeing Eye Guide, Braille. Seeing Eye, Post Office Box 375, Morristown, New Jersey, 07960. SIGCAPH, Special Interest Group on Computers and the Physically Handicapped. SIGCAPH Newsletter, Braille. SIGCAPH, care of Association on Computing Machinery. 1133 Avenue of the Americas, New York, New York, 10036. Sounds of Black Heritage, Sounds of Black Heritage cassette. Sounds of Black Heritage, Sylvester C. Watkins Company, 11372 Links Drive, Reston, Virginia, 22090. Sunday School Board, Southern Baptist Convention, Braille Baptist, Braille, Youth Braille Baptist, Braille. Sunday School Board, Southern Baptist Convention, 127 9th Avenue North, Nashville, Tennessee, 37234. Talon Studia, Braille. Talon Studia, spelled TALENSTUDIE, Mr. P. A. Knepers. De Bronkhorst, 4, Watteringen, WATERINGEN, Netherlands. Talking Books Publishing Company, Christian Science Quarterly Bible Lessons, Disc. Talking Books Publishing Company, Post Office Box 1653, Englewood, Colorado, 80150. Theosophical Book Association for the Blind, Braille Star Theosophist, Braille. Theosophical Book Association for the Blind. Crotona, 54, Ojai, spelled O-J-A-I, California, 93023. Torch Trust for the Blind, Flash, Braille, large type, Link, Braille, Our Mag, Braille, large type, moon type, Searchlight, Braille, Spark, Braille, large type. The Torch, Braille, large type, moon type. Torch Family News, Braille. Torch Times, Braille. Torch Trust for the Blind. Torch House, Hallaton, Market Harborough, Leicestershire, Leicestershire, LE16 8UJ, England. UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. UNESCO Braille Review, Braille. UNESCO, 7 Place de Fontenoy, spelled PLACEDEFONTENOY, 75700, Paris, France. Unity School of Christianity, Daily Word, Braille, large print, Unity Magazine, cassette. Unity School of Christianity, Unity Village, Missouri, 64063. U.S. Braille Chess Association, Castle, Braille. U.S. Braille Chess Association, care of Gintatus Burba, spelled GINTAUTASBURBA, 30 Snell Street, Brockton, Massachusetts, 02401. Volunteer Services for the Blind. Consumers Research, Braille. Volunteer Services for the Blind, 919 Walnut Street, 3rd floor. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19107. Word, Catalyst, cassette, Focus, cassette. Word, care of James Walding, editor, Box 1790, Waco, Texas, 76703. Xavier Society for the Blind, America, cassette. Catholic Digest, cassette, open reel. Catholic Review, Braille, cassette, large type, open reel. Deaf Blind Weekly, Braille. Ligurian, cassette. Our Sunday Visitor, cassette. Sign, cassette. Xavier Society for the Blind, 154 East 23rd Street, New York, New York, 10010. End of Magazines, 1978. Narrated by Edwin Horton in the studios of Talking Books Publishing Company for the Library of Congress, June 1978.